Guys, we have to talk about this for a second because I am so confused at this point, and we've said it on here before that in the very beginning of this, with the Kyle Richards saga of it all and the Morgan Wade, I looked at this as she is a mother of a daughter who is still in high school, and I know that that daughter can see everything on the internet. And part of me just like kind of is like, I'm so protective over my mom. So it really kind of irked me to say anything about Kyle, even though she's on reality TV. But now it's like, I feel like we're playing with the public. I don't know if you guys have seen the latest or caught my video this morning, but we have Mauricio Umansky, who is it Mallorca, Spain, Jason?
Mallorca,
Spain. España. Yes. He is in Spain. And as you can see, one of his team members has been posting all over their Instagram stories. And while they are, well, there is no wedding ring on Mauricio's finger. So it's not goodbye, Kyle, this week. It's goodbye, wedding ring. And for Kyle Richards, when she got called out for not wearing her wedding ring, she had an answer that sort of made sense. My mom goes to the gym. She takes off her diamond before she goes to the gym because my mom lifts weights. The weights can bend your ring, right? Can bend the prongs, do all of these things.
Scratch it, everything, yes.
Everything. And Kyle said, that's why I decided to not wear my ring in that day. Paparazzi just happened to catch it. Okay, we get that. But Mauricio, Jason lifts weights. I don't lift weights. I'll walk. I do other things. I can't necessarily lift weights. But Jason lifts weights every single day. When he does, his ring stays on. So I'm just curious to see what your excuse is going to be.
I mean, Adam, like if you ever took your ring off, I would remind you very quickly that it needs to go back on or we're going to have an issue. Okay. But not an issue, an issue. Can you bring up that, the photo again of Morgan and Kyle? Not this one. Blah. I mean,
this isn't
they're
even
hot. I know. Okay. But I'm just saying they're gorgeous. Why are you playing with us? Because I feel like we're being played with, right? And I don't know if it's because of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and we're going to get to talk about that. Is there something actually there? Is there problems in the marriage, but Morgan is just not the person that she's interested in? I mean, there are so many things here, but I feel like we're being played and I don't know what the end game is for what we're being played for. I think it's coming, but now we have all of these. I mean, she looks, Kyle looks so uncomfortable here. Let's be honest. And Morgan looks like she's about to eat her face, not kiss her.
She's like,
she's like, it's like, no, that's not, no. Like, I'd rather, I mean, listen, I might be biased here, but I'd rather kiss Mauricio, you know?
I think. Okay. I think that for this specific situation, Kyle does look a little bit uncomfortable, but I think that she tried to get in the actress role of it all while doing something to promote one of her good friends. But
this isn't Halloween though, girl. You got to like act better than that.
Well, the wild thing is for that Housewives of the North Pole or whatever the hell it was. Remember the Peacock movie? She was supposed to kiss her counterpart, another woman, and she said, I cannot do that. I am so uncomfortable. She didn't actually kiss Morgan in this video though. So to be clear, it's close, it's steamy, but you don't see them exchange like this. Like, could it have been edited out? Yes. But right now, as far as we know, a kiss does not exist. Put that shit on a shirt. A kiss does not exist. So
a kiss does not
what
exist.
do you like? But I just don't, where I stand with this and who the hell am I, is I don't necessarily understand. You want everybody to keep their mouth shut. She got so upset with Jeff Lewis for going on Watch What Happens Live and calling her a lesbian on Ozempic, but then yet you're playing with the audience and still asking for your privacy. And then your husband is out here in Mallorca.
Mallorca?
With no ring on.
Not Mallorca.
How do you think that this is going to be perceived by the public unless you just don't give a shit?
Is it planned? Did they, part of me thinks, like, I said this when we were talking about the Lisa Rinna debacle with, Kathy Hilton last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
A part of me thinks they sit in this, like, what is it, a safe room? They sit in a safe room at someone's house and they're like, this is what we're going to do to trick everyone, to get us to, because they're all in entertainment. They know how this works. A lot of the things we see on TV are bull stuff anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, but like, is this just to cause more speculation? Because that seems to be what they're doing, is just causing people to speculate. Buying Beverly Hills season 2 coming back out soon. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills coming back out soon. So now we're sitting here talking about both of these people,
right?
Plus Morgan Wade, which I saw a comment from Annika. She's a huge country music fan. Never heard of Morgan Wade. I am the same. I love country music. I love all kinds of music.
Me too.
Never heard of Morgan Wade, and when I did, it's fine. You know?
Ebony Dix is in here saying this is what Kyle wants, and Annika said, "Adam, you ass, you also got my name wrong." Sorry, Annika, we love you.
Oh yeah, we did. I don't know what the hell we were calling you before, but it was not right.
But I'm asking how to pronounce things because I don't want to do that on purpose. But let's get back to the important.
Yeah, no, I just don't know why this is like a thing. I don't know what the thing is. I know they had a rough year in their marriage. They both said that. You know, I mean, P diddly da, we all do. Like, it's just a thing. But what is the real? What's the real
story
reason? What's the real story?
Right.
You know, because some people have said that Kyle and Morgan are in business together. Some people say that Kyle is her manager, which
He's
really
like the next Carrie Underwood. Which
yeah, did you take like a 101 class from PK on how to manage a music artist or something? Like, I don't know what's going on. And then we heard the rumors last year. It was so, you know, I don't think they're true, but the whole Dorit and Mauricio rumors, it's just, I think it's just a spin. It's a great PR spin. You know, production's really good at doing this kind of thing. The networks are really good at doing this kind of thing to get us to watch. I'm excited to watch just because I want to know what the hell is going on.
To be fair, I think you look at things through a different lens too. Like when we were in the Bahamas, and this was back in May, I believe, or April. Yeah. We sat there and we were like done. Like it was hot as hell. We were waiting to go to dinner, and this special came out about Kim Kardashian and the PR machine behind all of it, and her getting flower bombed because nobody was going to show up to her fragrance launch, and nobody was talking about her new fragrance. So the PR team came up with this idea to have somebody flower bomb her, and then boom, it was all over the press, all over the headlines, and people were buying her fragrance. So there's
always a Kardashian analogy with you, you know? Like,
I'm not,
you know,
I'm not mad at it. Before we end up moving to the Jeff Lewis of it, I wanted to say, Meg Berg, I see your $20 donation. Thank you so much. Tamara donated as well. Thank you so much. Let me just keep going real quick. Vero donated $20. Thank you. I appreciate you. And guys, as we continue to keep raising funds during this video, we will keep giving the shout outs, and just know that it's all going to a great
thank
place.
you guys.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a cool, it's not like something that, you know, everyone's donating to. Like World Central Kitchen is a great organization. I know the people who run a lot of that. And then, like I said, a lot of our below deck chefs and stuff like that work with them in times of crisis in the Ukraine and, you know, the hurricanes in Western Florida last year. So they're a great organization to get people fed, because you have to eat, you have to have energy while you're fighting fires. You know, people have been evacuated, people have no homes, and they have to eat. And that's the importance of this organization. So we really appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to bring it back to the Kyle stuff real quick, and then we're going to move on from the topic. But she did say, she's like, you know what, for the Jeff Lewis of it all, she said this on an Amazon Live. I don't have time for Jeff Lewis right now. I don't feel like answering Jeff Lewis. I think that Jeff Lewis lets his mouth get him in a lot of trouble. And where I'm standing at this point, I'm just sick and tired of all of it. And Jeff profusely apologized and said, that is my friend. I made a joke over something that I think is absolutely ridiculous. And if I can say anything, Kyle, if you're listening, please text me back. Well, she did post this saying, thank you, Jeff Lewis, which is a very beautiful orchid, but it looks like we made a peace treaty and a truce. And now I'm ready to move on from the Kyle Richards of it all. Can we please?
Well, okay. So yeah, we can, but just to read some of the comments in the live chat, he was being sarcastic. You know, it was being funny. I feel like Jeff was being funny. So if you're so defensive of it, that makes me have pause on like, what the hell is going on then? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about Kathy. I don't want to talk about my relationship. I don't want to talk about this Morgan Wade shit. What do you want to talk about then?
See,
because I love Kyle Richards, but like, we need to know some information, Kyle.
I know for a fact that if we sat down with Jeff, we would have the best time, just because you don't have to. I love when I know somebody and we eliminate the guesswork. I don't want to guess where you stand. I don't want to sit there and try to read your emotions across the table. I love somebody who's clear, concise, and direct. And it's like, if you feel like being an asshole right now, I know where I stand and I'm going to leave you alone and let you be an asshole. You want to be funny and haha? I know where I stand. But for him, that's exactly how he is. He makes jokes. This is his humor. And this is why he had a very successful show on Bravo for a very long time, flipping out.
And these people, Adam, they're
one.
entertainers too, right? Like,
Yeah.
If Jeff Lewis, he has a podcast, he's funny, he has a successful business, he had a successful reality show, he has a new successful reality show. They're entertainers. So he's going to say a one-liner to get people's attention. You know, you're not on Watch What Happens Live every day. Say something to make people go, what did he say? Like, they're entertainers. They know how to work the system. So they're just working it. It's just what they do. You know, if I was in Kyle Richards' position, I don't think I would really take offense to something. It would be funny, like write it off as funny, unless it's true.
Right.
Then it's not funny.
And then that's when you start to listen. It all goes back to, and we're about to switch this up and go to Heather Dubrow anyways, but if you guys watched this past week's episode with Heather Dubrow and Shannon Bedore, this is a very good point. Shannon flipped her freaking shit when her relationship was called into question. And then she looked at Heather and she's like, what about everybody saying that Terry cheated on you? And Heather's reaction said everything. She was like, that's ridiculous. Like, I don't have time for that. Anyways, back to you. And she kept her composure. She was very calm. It didn't affect her because she says it's not true. In her mind, she knows this not to be true. Whereas Shannon, it seemed like, what are we trying to protect? What are we hiding? What don't we want out there?
It was defensive. The reaction is always telling to, you know, whatever the accusation is, right? So if you accuse someone, we've been accused of stupid things before, and we don't react. If you react, it looks strange. You have questions. Now you're questioning new allegations. You're like, but they reacted this way, or they didn't react this way. Okay.